My name's Laura. I was 23 the year it happened, Christmas Eve. I woke up in a silent house. No voices, no footsteps. Just emptiness. That morning, my entire family had packed up and driven off on a luxury vacation, without me. I didn't cry. I didn't beg. Instead, I made a choice. 5 days later, when they came back through that door, they were the ones screaming. If you've ever felt betrayed by the very people who were supposed to stand behind you, you'll understand. That morning, at first, nothing seemed off. I'm usually the early riser anyway. But it was Christmas Eve. The plan was to leave in the afternoon for our big trip. 5-hour drive, mountain resort, matching family pajamas, the whole Hallmark picture. So when I saw the time, just after 9, I thought, maybe they ran out to grab snacks, or forgot something last minute. But the house told a different story. The hallway light from last night was still on. The sink held only my plate. Downstairs, the entryway was bare, no bags waiting by the door, no coats, no car keys. The driveway? Empty. I called my mom. Her name wasn't in my contacts. Neither was my dad's, my siblings, not even my uncle's. All of it, gone. Call history wiped. Like someone had reached into my phone and erased them. That's when I remembered, my younger brother had borrowed my phone the night before, said he wanted to check the weather. I didn't think twice. Now I knew why. I tried dialing my mom's number from memory. A man picked up. Definitely not her. Wrong number. I wasn't panicking. Not yet. Panic would have been easier. What I felt was heavier, slower, like realizing you're trapped under ice and no one's coming to pull you up. Everything else on my phone was intact: apps, text threads with coworkers. Just, no family. I checked Instagram, Facebook. No posts, no road trip begins selfies. Even our family group chat sat dead, as if it had never existed. Which meant only one thing: they weren't forgetting me. They were hiding it. Finally, I remembered my uncle's number. He never changes it. I called. He answered, breathless. "Hey, where are you?" he asked. "At home." "In the kitchen," I said. Silence. Then I heard background noise, laughter, crunching tires, the sound of snow. A voice asked, "Is that him?" My uncle cleared his throat. They left early this morning. Changed the plan last minute. Just a little prank, you know how your brother is." Behind him, I heard my cousin, "Tell him we said hi." And then my older brother's voice, "Honestly, it's kind of nice without the sarcasm patrol." My sister laughed. My uncle added nervously, "Look, you can still come. Rooms are booked. They left your pass at the front desk. Just drive up." I stared at the fridge, my grocery list still pinned there in my handwriting. "Thanks for letting me know," I told him. Then I hung up. I didn't scream. Didn't smash anything. I just stood there, realizing the truth: this wasn't an accident. It was deliberate. And it wasn't the first time either. My family has always loved their jokes. Birthday candles swapped with hot sauce-flavored ones. Bedsheets shoved in the freezer. Mom laughing along. Dad brushing it off, "Relax, it's just fun." But here's the thing, you start to realize it's not fun when you're never laughing with them. When you're the one being laughed at. You tell yourself you can take it. That you're the tough one. And then one day you wake up, and you're not part of the joke at all. You are the joke. I'd paid for that trip. Helped with the rental, stocked the car with groceries, even reminded them about allergy meds for my sister's boyfriend, who, by the way, was invited. And still, they thought leaving me behind would be funny. I went upstairs, opened the closet, pulled out the other bag, not the suitcase by the door, but the one with the important stuff. Papers. Keepsakes. Old pay stubs. I zipped it closed, sat on the bed, and let it settle over me. I wasn't angry yet. That would come later. What I felt in that moment was final. Like a page had turned on its own, and I wasn't flipping back. 5 days later, when they walked back into that house, they weren't laughing. They were screaming. But the story didn't start with that trip. Everyone wants a single breaking point, the exact moment when things went bad. But families like mine? They rot slowly. I'm the second of 4. My older brother, 25, failed business, still called the ambitious one. Me? I've been working full-time since 18. Then there's my sister, 21, still in college, and the youngest, just 18, starting his freshman year. From the outside, we looked like a regular, noisy family. But if you looked closer, you'd see the pattern: missing belongings, broken things, every joke aimed my way. That Christmas Eve wasn't the first betrayal. It was just the loudest. Just cover the electricity since you're earning now, then water, then the Wi-Fi, then the groceries, eventually even the mortgage. Just until things stabilize. That was the deal, 4 years back. Meanwhile, my siblings either stayed in school or moved back home, all hiding under the "we're still figuring things out" excuse. Funny how that clause never seemed to apply to me. I don't really resent the work. If anything, in some strange way, I liked being the one holding things together. It gave me purpose, a reason to stay grounded. But it was like they didn't even notice. Like it wasn't effort at all, just something expected. My younger brother once shrugged and told me, "It's not like you're paying for everything, you live here too." I guess that drafty little room in the back with peeling wallpaper was considered my rent. Do you want to know the last time anyone said thank you? Yeah, me neither. I stopped keeping track. And still, I looked forward to that vacation. It was supposed to be all of us, the first time in years. Skiing, fireplaces, dumb family games. I even helped plan at first, suggested maybe a cabin rental near the lake instead of some overpriced resort. Shot down instantly. My sister cut me off, "It's already handled." My mom added, "Just show up, bring snacks." So I did. I backed off. They started a group chat, without me. At first I thought I'd been added to the wrong one. Nope. 2 separate chats. I was in the logistics one. The real one, the selfies, the inside jokes, the updates, that wasn't mine. Still, I packed. Paid my share. Booked time off work. Even offered to chip in for the Airbnb deposit since my older brother was short on cash and my sister's tuition had just gone up. I didn't mind, I just wanted to belong. The week before, I asked when we were leaving. Afternoon, my mom muttered without looking up from her phone. I was ready days in advance. Bought a new charger for the car, restocked the medicine drawer, cleaned out the trunk. Little things that made me feel useful, part of something. Christmas Eve came. My bag was by the door. I didn't say much. Neither did they. And then, they were gone. No note. No call. Just silence, the kind that sticks in your ears. 5 days later, they came back. I wasn't there. Neither was the fridge. I didn't see their faces, but I heard plenty from neighbors. One even called the next day, gentle voice, "I saw your family return, something seemed wrong." Wrong is one word. There was shouting. Not the fun kind, the kind that makes dogs bark, carries across driveways. The couch was gone. Internet dead. Washer, dryer, shelves, even the spice rack. Someone actually screamed, "Why would he take the cinnamon?" They thought they'd been robbed. Until my brother checked the Ring camera, me, calmly carrying out the last box, locking the door behind me. Like I was just headed out for groceries. But I wasn't. I was in my new place, a small second bedroom at my best friend's apartment. Nothing fancy. Just quiet. Just mine. eating leftover soup, dumb movie on a borrowed tablet. Then the phone buzzed. Again. Again. 52 missed calls. Mom. Sister. Even my older brother, he hadn't called me in years. Then the texts. Where are you? We're calling the police. You've gone too far. Come home. Fix this. I didn't reply. Just set the phone face down and kept eating. Because I hadn't done it in anger. No smashing, no chaos. Just calm. Everything I took was mine. The fridge? Paid with my paycheck when the old one broke and no one chipped in. Washer and dryer? Bought with my bonus. Couch? Mine. Microwave? Mine. Wi-Fi? Under my name. Utilities? All out of my bank account. I left the key in the mailbox. Walked away like clocking out of a job I never signed up for. 2 days later, the police. A polite knock, no drama. Middle-aged officer, tired eyes. Your family reported you missing, also mentioned possible theft. I let him in. Sat him at the little kitchen table. Handed him a folder I'd been keeping for years, receipts, invoices, bills, screenshots. Proof. He flipped through, slow. Stopped at the fridge invoice. Wi-Fi contract. Washer set. Looked at me. You really covered all this? I nodded. Quiet for a beat. Then, want me to let them know you're safe? No, I said. I'm not missing. I just left. He gave a small nod, passed the folder back. You're not in trouble. Honestly, I wish more people were this organized. Dry smile at the door, fair enough. I thought that was the end. It wasn't. 2 days later, my parents showed up at my office. Reception pinged me, your parents are here, is everything okay? I walked into the lobby, my dad in his neat polo, my mom in her winter coat, that tight look like she's holding back tears or rage. They looked older. Worn. Can we talk? She asked. I stayed silent. My dad stepped forward. The first words out of his mouth? You're really doing all this over a prank? Not are you okay? Not we're sorry. Just that. I didn't answer right away. You need to come home, my mom said, her voice tight. This has gone too far. We have to fix this. I looked at her, really looked. She softened her tone, you need help, this is still your house, too. You can't just walk away. That's when I finally spoke. You left me first. Remember? Her mouth opened, then closed again. No words came. My dad jumped in, louder now, ranting about bills, responsibility, maturity. I let him finish, then said quietly, if you don't leave, I'll call security. They froze. My mom stunned, my dad fuming. But eventually, they left. Not with grace, not with calm, but they left. That night, I sat on the small balcony of my new apartment, a blanket over my shoulders, a cup of tea warming my hands. The air bit cold, but I didn't mind. My phone buzzed on the table, more messages, more voicemails. For once, I didn't look. And for the first time in years, I wasn't bracing for someone to yell my name, ask about the Wi-Fi password, or demand who was covering the gas bill. I just sat there. And the silence? It was mine. Weeks passed. Their calls stopped. Maybe they realized I wasn't picking up, maybe they just gave up. Either way, the quiet felt good. I filled it with small things, grocery runs, simple dinners, a work routine that didn't include being the house's repairman or emotional sponge. But silence didn't mean they were done. Updates still reached me, through neighbors, cousins, even a long, uninvited message from someone at my mom's church. Apparently, the house was unraveling. The Wi-Fi finally died when the prepaid modem ran out, and my siblings fought over whose fault it was. The electricity bill slipped past due, someone had to beg money to stop a shutoff. The new fridge hummed so loudly my cousin called it sad. Every conversation turned into a fight. The group chat they once used to exclude me? Dead. That alone would have told me enough. The place I'd kept afloat with quiet labor and auto payments was sinking without me. But then they showed up. It was a Friday night. I'd just tossed my bag down, kicked off my shoes. My roommate was in the kitchen, making pasta, griping about someone microwaving fish in the office. The buzzer rang. I assumed it was delivery, new sheets, dish soap. Almost ignored it. But something made me check the camera. And there they were. All three. My sister, younger brother, older brother, standing at the entrance like it was some cheesy sitcom reunion. My sister even had a bag of snacks in her hand, like this was some kind of peace offering. To this day, I don't know how they found my address. Not from me. But clearly, when pushed, they could work together. I didn't buzz them in. Took a long pause. Then finally went downstairs. Hey, my sister chirped, cheerful as ever. We were in the area, thought we'd stop by. Right, just happened to be in the neighborhood of a place you weren't supposed to know I lived. I stayed silent. We've been talking, my older brother started. We wanted to clear the air, my younger brother added, trying for sincerity. They asked if they could come up. I didn't want them in my space. But I wanted to hear the pitch. So I let them in. We sat in the living room. They offered me chips. I shook my head. Then the performance began. They laughed about past pranks, brushed it off like harmless fun. We didn't realize it hurt you so much, we didn't mean anything by it. I let them talk. They said they missed me. That it wasn't the same without me. My sister added brightly, we've even been doing game nights again, like when we were kids. You should come. That's when alarm bells went off. We never had game nights as kids. I tried starting one once, 15 and lonely. They mocked me for it. Nostalgia they were selling? Fake. And then, the slip. My older brother, reaching for his water, said it casually, honestly, if you moved back, it would really help stabilize things. You know, financially. There it was. The truth. This wasn't about family. It wasn't about missing me. It was about losing the one person who paid the mortgage, covered the Wi-Fi, bought the groceries, replaced the appliances. The silent support they'd built their lives on, gone. I stood up. You need to leave. My sister blinked. What? Finish your chips in the hallway if you want. But you're leaving. My younger brother stared, confused, hurt. But we're trying. No, I cut him off. You're trying to put things back the way they were. That's not the same. They left. Not storming. Not yelling. Just brittle silence. Like they'd expected me to fold. Weeks rolled by. The updates trickled in through cousins again. Things got worse. My younger brother said it was my sister's idea to leave me behind. She blamed our older brother. He swore it was just group energy. They stopped speaking. One by one, they moved out. My sister into a friend's place. My younger brother with a classmate. My older brother bounced between couches before renting a small room an hour away. My parents, unable to cover the mortgage, sold the house. Ended up in a cramped rental in some town no one can pronounce. The group chat gone. Family dinners gone. Everyone scattered. No one speaking. Not to each other. Not to me. The other night, I made pasta with my roommate. Opened a cheap bottle of wine. Watched something dumb on TV. At one point, he turned to me and said, "You've been smiling more lately." You know that? I hadn't noticed. But I believed him. Later, after he went to bed, I sat on the balcony again. Blanket, tea, cold air, quiet all around. No buzzing phone. No weight on my chest. Just peace. I never wanted revenge. I just wanted freedom. And now, I have it. They used to say I wasn't really part of the family. Turns out, they were right. I was the foundation. And they only noticed once I walked away. Sometimes, I wonder if I went too far. Not often. But sometimes. What do you think? Let me know in the comments. And if you want more stories like this, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell.